Hey guys, Jessica Ruffin and NBC Sports' Steve Letarte here from NASCAR Fantasy Fastlane. Steve, fantasy players had a week off last week with the All-Star race to kind of reset, look at their usages, and plan ahead for the Coke 600 this week. When you look at the Coke 600, the big three, Kevin Harvick, Martin Truex Jr., and Kyle Busch, definitely favorites heading in. Who do you like of those three?
Well, I think all three are going to be easy to pick, but I like Kevin Harvick. I don't think there's a track you can bet against him. Martin Truex Jr., his track record at Charlotte's impressive. He dominated this race a couple years ago. My concern really is with Kyle Busch. He definitely has a love-hate relationship with Charlotte, never going to victory lane there, and that's because he can't seem to get to the finish of some of these races. So actually, I'm not going to have Kyle Busch in my lineup this week.
Well, it's hard because, you know, those three have been used so much. Fantasy players likely don't have the usages with those three to use all three of them. That being said, which other drivers are you looking at?
Well, two drivers I'm looking for this weekend are Eric Jones and Joey Logano. When you look at Joey Logano, Team Penske has been good all year. Nobody's talking about them because the SHR Fords have dominated, but I think that Joey Logano can have a breakthrough performance as he matures as a race car driver. I think the longer race is going to suit his style. And on the opposite side of that, Eric Jones, while he's not a rookie, there's just something about the 600 and magical first wins. Maybe it could be Eric Jones' first win.
Well, let's get a few more of your picks with Hot Lap with Letarte, one lap around Charlotte Motor Speedway.
I'm ready. I got my notes. I'm ready to go.
Denny Hamlin.
Denny Hamlin's a yes. If he could somehow only run 55 miles an hour on pit road, I think he'll end up in the top 5. But that could be a big question mark.
Kyle Larson.
I have a little concern. He's going to be fast, but 600 miles has not suited Kyle Larson. I'm hoping, though, he can tame that and just be patient. Let the track come to him.
William Byron.
William Byron's an emotional yes. I think why not? Jeff Gordon got his first win there in the 24 car. Maybe it's going to happen for William Byron, and he is showing maturity. So we'll see. Sometimes no expectations is a good place to be. I think they're very low for the 24, who just should enjoy the weekend.
All right, that's one lap around Charlotte.
All right.
I want to dive a little bit deeper into your crew chief perspective. We know that, you know, the 600 miles is a long, long race. It's the longest race on the circuit. As a driver and a crew chief, how do you handle that?
You basically run 300 miles to stay within one lap of the leader, and I know that doesn't sound exciting, but that's what the 600 is all about. It truly is a marathon. You have to just stay in the race. Luckily, this race is a little bit unique. It has 4 stages. It gets broken down a little bit differently, so I think that helps the crew chief kind of manage it. The first 2 stages are really just about being close, and then you can kind of settle in. Once the sun goes down, if you're not fast then you need to start working on your race car.
So, Steve, you said it. It's the longest race on the NASCAR circuit. It's 4 stages for fantasy players, but it's a little bit different, too.
Well, the 4 stages drive some unique rules. So the first, let's talk about the garage player. Every week, you have to put your garage driver in before the start of the final stage. No different at Charlotte. Even though there's 4 stages, you have to the end of the 3rd stage, before the start of the final stage, put your garage driver in, make that change. Now, while we talk about points, that's the other big difference, Jessica. Points will be awarded in stage 1 and stage 2, but there'll be no stage points awarded for fantasy players at the end of stage 3. And at the end of the race, like always, you get the points that the drivers get. So pay attention. You get a lot of race to decide about your garage player. Make the right decision. It is a long night.
It is a long night, and it's a long race, long weekend. Be sure you guys tune into the race, 6 p.m. on Fox.